In ancient times, there was a man named Ali Baba who lived in Persia. He was a poor man and would have remained poor if it weren't for one special day. One day, while he was chopping wood in the forest, Ali Baba climbed a tall tree to cut a high branch. Suddenly, he stopped chopping because he heard the sound of horses. A group of men on horseback was approaching. They looked fierce and resembled robbers. They rode their horses right beneath the tree where Ali Baba was sitting. He could count there were a total of 40 men on horseback. This number made him think. A gang of 40 robbers roaming Persia, stealing anything and everything without caring about harming people. The men stopped their horses near a rock wall. Each of them took a heavy bag off their horse's saddle. "Open sesame," the leader shouted. A door in the rock wall opened. Ali Baba watched as the men went inside. When they came out, they no longer had the bags. They had left all the bags inside. The leader was the last to come out and said, "Close sesame." The stone door closed tightly. Ali Baba watched as they rode away. He knew these were notorious and ruthless robbers. No one knew where they hid. He had just discovered their hiding place. He climbed down and stood in front of the stone wall. "Open sesame." The door opened. Ali Baba dropped his axe and entered inside. Inside the cave was dimly lit. He walked straight ahead, squinting to see better. The floor was covered with treasures. He began to explore the entire cave. It was filled with precious things, colorful rugs, silver plates, gold bars, and shining pearls and jewels. He also saw bags containing the money the robbers had brought in. He took as many bags as he could carry. "Close sesame." The door closed. Ali Baba rode his horse back home. When his wife saw so much money, she panicked. "Have you broken the law and harmed many people?" she asked. "No. This is the robbers' money," he said. "They have hurt many people. We must use it for good." He told his wife about the robbers and their hiding place. He told her about everything they had left inside. He didn't realize he had left something behind in the cave. He had forgotten his axe. Ali Baba used the money for good. He moved to a better house. He opened a shop selling valuable items at affordable prices. Before long, the place became bustling with activity. The 40 robbers were also busy. It took them a long time to return to their hiding place. "Open sesame," the leader said again. The door opened, and the leader noticed something on the cave floor. It was an axe. This axe didn't belong to them. All of them carried knives. They had no use for such a worthless axe. The robbers rushed into the cave and discovered they had been robbed. The leader went to one of the smartest men in the gang. "Go into town, find a newly enriched man, and remember his name. We'll give him a surprise." The robber went into town. He was dressed like a merchant. The first place he passed was Ali Baba's shop. That day, Morgiana was working for Ali Baba. "I am a merchant," the robber said. "But I've never seen this shop before." "It's new," she replied. This shop belongs to Ali Baba. Interesting, the robber said. But he's not doing business right now. Morgiana didn't like the way the merchant looked at all. That's a shame, the robber said. Does he own other shops? This is the only shop, she said. He only had enough money to open this one. The merchant thanked Morgiana and smiled. She didn't like that smile. This merchant was up to no good. The robber continued to visit Ali Baba's shop, and Ali Baba became friendly with him. He didn't realize who Hassan truly was. Tonight, you're invited for dinner at my house, Ali Baba said. Nothing would please me more, Hassan replied. Morgiana also came for dinner. She noticed Hassan wearing a beautiful robe but constantly fiddling beneath it. She saw a glint of light. He was hiding a dagger. Morgiana recognized this man. He was the fake oil merchant, not a stranger at all. She had to do something to protect Ali Baba. Ali Baba, she said. I will dance to entertain you. She took some scarves and began to dance. She twirled around Hassan's chair and used the scarves to tie him securely. Morgiana pulled a knife from Hassan's robe. This man intends harm to you, Ali Baba, she said. He's not who he appears to be, he's the fake oil merchant. Ali Baba's guards came and arrested Hassan, who turned out to be the leader of the 40 thieves. Ali Baba thanked Morgiana for her quick thinking and bravery. He rewarded her with a share of the money at the shop. Additionally, he hired guards to protect his family. The leader continued to monitor Ali Baba and his guards. He couldn't believe his plan had failed. He was furious for having sent away all his loitering men. Now he had to make contact with Ali Baba himself. The leader shaved his head, assumed a new identity as Hassan, and opened a shop next to Ali Baba's. Ali Baba did not suspect who Hassan truly was. Tonight, I invite you to dinner, Ali Baba said. Nothing would please me more, Hassan replied. Morgiana also came to dinner. She saw Hassan wearing a beautiful robe but frequently fidgeting beneath it, and she noticed a glimmer of light. He was hiding a knife. Morgiana recognized this man as the fake oil merchant. She knew she had to protect Ali Baba. Ali Baba, she said. I will dance to entertain you. She used scarves to dance and tied them around Hassan's chair, securing him. Morgiana took a knife from Hassan's robe. This man intends harm to you, Ali Baba, she said. He is not who he appears to be, he is the fake oil merchant. Ali Baba's guards arrived and arrested Hassan, who turned out to be the leader of the 40 thieves. Ali Baba thanked Morgiana for her quick thinking and bravery. He rewarded her with a share of the money from the shop. Morgiana used this money to open her own shop next to Ali Baba's, and she lived a happy life.